So, semen retention, a man needs to master himself before dating. One thing that I've said probably in previous videos, I've talked about how, obviously I've had a problem with, masturbation, and I'm like doing like, my days and stuff counting with semen retention and stuff like that. And one thing that's kind of made me more cautious about trying to walk up and talk to a girl or a girl liking me or whatever is I've had such a big problem with masturbation and watching the websites and stuff that I don't want to get in a position where, like, let me just tell you, like, I've already said it before, but I've been in a position where I feel like I've been emasculated, you know, when I was like having sex with a girl or in that process or whatever, and I couldn't, you know what I'm saying, get aroused, if you get what I'm saying. And that was so emasculating and so, you get what I'm saying, just embarrassing, man. I'd really want to get on a longer streak on semen retention before I even try to get in some type of sexual relationship again. And really I want to actually get to know more about the girl and who I'm with and stuff. Not on some perfect stuff like I gotta meet this perfect person, because I've kind of got that out of my mind. Like, I'm looking for a real human being. I'm not looking for some ideal person. You get what I'm saying? I'm looking for somebody that's trying in life. But that's another conversation. But yeah, I mean, like, I really want to get like on a longer streak on semen season, purely because I will have more control over myself, and I know I won't run into the same problem. Like I won't be able to get aroused, and I know purely that was the reason. It was because I masturbated so much and I was watching so much porn, and my body was so used to being aroused just by masturbation and watching porn that I couldn't get aroused by having sex with a girl in real life. And the girl that I was with was attractive, or I was attracted to her, but just just in sex, you know what I'm saying, in like that process of me doing that, I wasn't as aroused. And yeah, man, it was like super embarrassing and stuff. That's why I'm not gonna be quick to, like, especially like now that I'm early in my days in semen retention, I'm not focused on boom, let me just start having sex and not masturbate and stuff like that. Because I'll run into the same problems if I just try to keep having sex at this phase right now. I feel like I'll run into that same problem. And come on, like, I don't want to run into that same problem again. I'd rather just wait until I know that that's not a problem anymore, and my body is kind of used, and my body is back to its natural state again, to where I'm just attracted to a girl in real life more than anything, rather than just looking at a girl on the screen and like self pleasuring myself. Cause I talk about it a lot, but it's super pathetic to do that, man. It's super pathetic and weird, and it's embarrassing. Sometimes I even question myself, like, how can I even talk about this on camera and hope like people can see this. But I feel like I'm helping people, uh, and it's just deeper meanings to it. Like, it's helping a lot of people. I feel like a lot of guys that go through it, you know. But after the aspect of just sex and stuff, I feel like when a man can emotionally control himself sexually, when he deals with a girl, he won't. He'll be at a place where he's so kind of good with himself that when a girl comes with problems, and not saying that a girl is just always a problem or anything, not saying that, but usually when you get in a relationship or something, it don't just be perfect emotions where y'all just happy all the time. I feel like you can better handle situations when it's more emotion, whenever you can control your emotions. You get what I'm saying? And not even just controlling emotions too, but just your whole life. Like, you kind of just have control over your life more. And then so when you deal with a girl, is you come at a place of like, I'm good on my own. You get what I'm saying? And it's like that desire to just, oh, I have to have a girl is not always there. And I feel like that's what allows you to have a girl and really kind of be yourself and stuff. And there's no stress behind it, because you got your life right, they got their life right. And now, mind you, now, what I am not saying in no way, shape, or form that you gotta wait till you 35 to talk to a girl. You gotta wait till you have $2.5 million in the bank before you talk to a girl. To me, that's the wrong way to approach that. I used to think that way. That's the wrong way to approach that. That's the wrong way to approach that, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's the way I look at it. That's, to me, it make more sense. Is if it make more sense if you can just, you can control yourself sexually, and then you date girls. You get what I'm saying? So you're not gonna be quick to just jump into bed with a girl, but you can approach dating with the lens of, well, I know I can control myself sexually at the end of the day, and I know I don't have to be with this girl. But you know what I'm saying? You date, and you go out there and you try to find who you want to find and stuff. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a lot of guys, and I feel like a lot of Christians, they approach dating in a lot of men, they approach dating in a feminine way, like, well, I'm just gonna wait till I find the right person, and I'm gonna wait, and they play the waiting game. And I feel like being a man, especially when it comes to dating, you know what I'm saying, you have to be the one to take initiative. I'm not saying that you have to be the one that's going to chase, that you're going to chase a girl endlessly even if you know she don't like you. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is you have to be the guy that's going to take that first step. You have to be the guy that be bold. You have to be the guy that take that initiative, so you're going to walk up to a girl and be direct and tell her, I like you, I want to get to know you more. I feel like that's going to help a man a lot more when it comes to dating, rather than playing this game of, well, I'm gonna wait until I run across her one day and I might meet her. Maybe that's the attitude a girl can have, because that fits more of like a girl's reality. But a man, yeah, a girl could walk up to you or whatever. Not saying that doesn't happen, because it's happened to me before. But come on now, that rarely happens to the average guy, even a handsome guy. That doesn't happen like that, and you don't want to play a waiting game when it comes to dating and stuff. You want to go out there and put your foot out there and just go out there and try. You get what I'm saying? I feel like that's the better attitude, because for the longest time I was in an attitude where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna wait till a girl to come up to me, or wait till a girl so interested in me, then I'll do it. No, that's not what I'm saying. So you can be a man that's on semen retention, controlling himself sexually, and still be out there taking the initiative with girls he's interested in. You get what I'm saying? But he's not in a place where, oh, I gotta have sex with her. You get what I'm saying? And so to me, that's all about mastering yourself as well, because now you can go out there and date girls without the sexual part being in there. Not saying that you're not gonna be, you just gonna try to talk to girls you're not sexually attracted to, but that urge and that temptation is, it's under control. You don't have to just go out there and sleep with a girl just because she got a nice body and she got a pretty face and stuff like that. You can approach it where, okay, she got a nice body and a pretty face. Let me try to date her. Let me try to get to know her. Let me see what type of person she is outside of just how she look. You get what I'm saying? That's how I would approach it. So you won't just approach it with, oh, let me just have sex with her, have sex with her. You get what I'm saying? And it's a lot of girls who you would meet the first time, the first day you meet them, or the first week you meet them, and they'll already be about to, sleep with you and stuff. And I don't think that's the way to go. I feel like if a girl try to do that, and you have to be the one that's gonna be like, well, I like you and I want to do this at some point, but you get what I'm saying? Let's get to know each other more. Let's wait a little bit more. And if a girl walk away and leave after that, you get what I'm saying? You already control yourself. You already, it's not a need for you to actually have sex with her, so it's not gonna feel any type of way. You be in that mentality where you just, well, you take it or leave it. This how I do stuff around here. You know, you get what I'm saying? I feel like that's what girls are gonna be more attracted to at the end of the day, man. And yeah, I just think a man in a master himself, and it relates to me so much, but I just think in general it's gonna benefit a man if he kind of if he can control himself sexually and stuff, and just all around a little bit more whenever he's before he start dating and stuff. And there's some guys who they lucky enough to never dabble in so many things where they get addicted to addictions, and they never really have too many problems because they never messed around and tampered with stuff. And so it's a lot of guys that can, because naturally when we're born, we're not born with any addictions to anything. We're not born being attached to anything. You know what I'm saying? So if you can stay in that childlike state all the way until a grown man. Not saying you're immature like a child, but mentality wise, you can, you know, it's like you're just arriving on earth and you haven't really been tainted or damaged by anything. I feel like that's gonna help you a lot when it comes to dating. So that's all I got to say. Peace out.